You know, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of different irrational fears. For example, bees. I don't like them. I love honey, but I'm terrified of bees in the most childish and pathetic way you could ever watch a grown man run from a bee. Like, genuinely, if I'm outside and I'm ever around a bee or multiple bees, I will, like, unashamedly run screaming like a little bitch crying for my mommy. And when I was a kid, I also watched a few too many episodes on Animal Planet about parasites and various scary tiny creatures that will inhabit your body and wreak havoc. Now, this is also somewhat irrational because I live in a first world country and most of our animals we eat are farm raised. And I've never really actually even met somebody who I knew that ever got infested with the parasite. So, you know, I kind of outgrew the whole living in a constant daily fear over tapeworms pretty much around the time I was about 8 or 9 years old. But knowing all of the scary information I gathered about parasites in that time frame, it makes me absolutely sick to my stomach to watch this.
Largemouth bass is a great first fish to fillet because they don't have round heads, so they're not going to be wobbling all over the place.
Realizing that he has tapeworm, so it's going to be pretty tough to eat.
I looked it up, and apparently if you cook the fish thoroughly, the tapeworm shouldn't affect you, but I can't say that I'm not experiencing problems after I ate it. This is the fillet I got. I seasoned it, threw it in the pan, and then presented it right next to the tapeworms, which was a mistake. Yo, low-key, like, the tapeworms add some flavor. They're pretty good.
All right, look, so this kid makes cookie cutter, low effort TikTok content. And earlier in this video, you see him catch a bass where he's now filleting it. And finding tapeworms in wild caught fish is not too uncommon at all. But make no mistake, this kid fully intended on catching this fish so that he could purposely eat tapeworms for the attention. He kind of tries to play it off like this could be accidental, but he's very clearly aware of what he's doing. He puts a cooked fillet directly next to a raw fillet that he knows is infested, and even comments on how the worms add their own little kind of seasoning to the meat.
This might be TMI. It's been 2 days, and I've not stopped going to the bathroom. I'm kind of afraid that I literally have tapeworms in my stomach.
I mean, just look at that stupid fucking grin on his face. He knows what he's doing, and he already can't wait to have a bunch of people talking about him and bringing attention to his accounts.
Update on the tapeworms that I ate the other day. I went to the doctor and he said it is more than likely that I have tapeworm or some kind of parasite inside.
It's tapeworms. You definitely have fucking tapeworms.
I'm going to the bathroom nonstop. My stomach is killing me. He prescribed me 3 different medications that are anti-parasitic. We've all seen that video of the bear that has like a 50-foot tapeworm coming out of his butt, and that literally could have been me if I didn't get to the doctor in time. The doctor didn't know what kind of worm it was, so he just like gave me all the different anti-parasitic things. Some of the worms cause seizure, muscle damage, and like you can lose your eyesight because the worms get in there.
Believe me, I know. I'm telling you guys, do not watch Animal Planet.
If there is any lesson you learned from this, it would be do not eat worms inside of a bass.
Actually, he's wrong. We're about to learn an even better lesson from all of this.
I'm an idiot. I'm not gonna lie. This was totally my fault. I was like, oh, it'll be a good video. I'll eat some tapeworms. Who does that? Why would I do that?
And that right there, what he said at the end, is why I'm going to be talking about what I am today, which is why clout chasing is for absolute dipshits. Look, people have this thing when they start making online content where it's difficult to get your name out there. And these days, with the opportunity to go viral on a platform like TikTok or YouTube Shorts, it seems that a lot of people have been getting this fucked up idea where numbers are all that matters and any sort of exposure is good exposure. And I mean, first of all, it's kind of sad when you really sit down and think about it that some people need certain numbers or metrics to actually allow themselves to feel good about themselves, because that's a very real thing. You'd be really surprised the way that people actually pathologize and think about these things on a day-to-day basis, at least the chronically online. And everyone knows that there's these sort of outrageous or taboo things that are certain to get the numbers up if you're willing to stoop to that level. But that's exactly why these kinds of things are a waste of time in the first place, unless all that you care about is money. Short-term money, that is. Because what the people who make this kind of crap don't understand is you're not that much of a genius for actually going out of your way to do this stuff. Like, ultimately, nobody is going to respect you if you're willing to do literally anything for views. And over time, that reputation is only going to do you worse. With TikTok being so new and short form video becoming so popular in such a short span of time, it feels like we're in some sort of a phase right now where the cheapest and most shocking or outrageous outrageous stuff is what everyone is striving for and sort of oversaturating these platforms with, just because this type of content is new to everybody's daily lives. And shocking, tabloidy, low-hanging fruit type stuff like this is gonna get clicks and get shared a lot. So right now, every shithead is one-upping each other, trying to suck up as much attention that they can for the time being. And that's why it seems like every month or so now, we have a new outrageous, why would they ever do that type thing being shared on TikTok willingly by these people. And look, a lot has happened, you know? People have crashed cars, they've looted or stolen dumb stuff. They've blatantly harassed people for the sake of driving clicks to their channel or their accounts. But long form content already went through this early phase when YouTube was starting to get popular, particularly in the prank genre of YouTube videos. You know, everyone just keeps pushing the envelope and faking different stuff left and right. And inevitably, as more people start to become desensitized to this kind of trash, this type of stuff will start getting less and less views over time and start being more heavily looked down upon. And it's just that's why I don't understand why these people don't see this. Like, cool, you know, for the month of October, November, you're the tapeworm guy. But like, nobody is gonna stick around and watch you try to do anything fucking serious. I mean, you're just an absolute joke now. Like, some people are just so desperate for almost anybody to give them attention, but short-term numbers don't mean anyone actually fucks with you. Like, if you're regularly putting out shit, and that's just not growing on your own, or not as many people seem to be interested in it, then it doesn't matter what offhand, outrageous viral stunt you pull here or there. Because like, if this is all you have to get people to give a shit about you, then nobody is gonna come back to watch you unless you keep harming yourself or maybe harassing others or whatever your shtick is. So like, I don't know, guys, do better. I mean, just remember that selling your soul is never really worth it, even if it is just for 15 minutes of fame. You know, one of these days it's just gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse until viewers start getting bored. But until then, we'll have plenty of other losers to dance for us like monkeys on TikTok.
Update on the tapeworm situation with Nick. 7:30 this morning, Nick passed away at the Kaiser Hospital. I was with him over the last 24 hours and he wanted me to inform you guys on the situation. Nick was on anti-parasitic medication and unfortunately it was not working. The worm spread to his eyes and brain. By the time we made it to the hospital, it was clear that Nick was not going to be able to make it. Tomorrow Eternal Funeral Services is where we're going to be hosting something for Nick at 10:30 a.m. on Saturday. It is going to be an open casket. He wanted you to know. Hopefully you guys could all remember him fondly, and I'll be seeing you guys all at the service.
I apologize for the trauma I just gave you guys. I assure you I'm happy, I'm here, and I'm going to be making content for a very long time.